So in this video we are going to cover the hash set. What are the features available with the hash set we are going to see now. So when we should go for the hash set, there are some features that when we have that particular type of condition or situation, that time only we should go for the hash set. So what are the features? So in previous videos for array list, linked list, how we have seen the features, like what is the its basic data structure, on which data structure is based on. Second one, whether it is allowing the duplicates or not, whether it is allowing null or not, whether the insertion order is preserved or not, whether it is synchronized or not, and when it is the best choice or when it is the worst choice. On that few points we have seen the all the interfaces for all the collection classes and interfaces. Similarly for this hash set also we are going to cover in the same manner. So first one is, what is the underlying data structure for the hash set? So underlying data structure for the hash set is hash table. So what is hash table? I will explain in a next video. For now just keep in mind hash set based on the data structure called as hash table. I will tell you that hash table is nothing but the table which keeps the element in key pair value based on its hash code. Okay, so in next video I will explain in with the example what is hash code, what is hashing method, and how it is stored in the hash table. So keep in mind that hash set is based on the data structure called as hash table. So hash set internally use the hash map, and hash map internally use the hash table. So indirectly hash set based on the hash table, hash set internally use the hash map, and hash map use internally hash table. So that's why indirectly hash set based on the hash table. Okay, so this is the first feature. Then the second one, whether the duplicates are allowed or not. So duplicates are not allowed in hash set. So we have seen in list, right? Duplicates are allowed. We can insert the duplicate element into list, but in case of hash set we cannot allow the duplicate. When we try to add the duplicate, it will not throw any error, it will only simply return the false value, means the addition operation is fail. It will not throw any exception or error, it will simply return the boolean type, that is false. Means whenever we have the requirement, we want the unique element, that time we can use the hash set. The next one is insertion order is not preserved. All the element insertion on the basis of hash code. I told you at the first point only, it use the hash table. And what is hash table? Hash table put the value in table based on the hash code. So that's why the insertion order is not preserved. Okay, so whenever we are retrieving the element, we may get the different order of the element. That's why it is not preserving the insertion order. Okay, the next one is, it's not allowing the duplicates, means the we can insert the null but only the single time. Next one is homogeneous and heterogeneous element allowed, because when we are not specifying the type, when we are not using the generics, that time we can allow to add the homogeneous as well as heterogeneous. But when we add the type safety, when we use the generics and we have specified the type, that time we cannot add the homogeneous or we cannot add the heterogeneous element. That time only we can use the homogeneous element only. The next one is the hash set. In array list we have seen hash set, we have seen in array list we have seen array list implements the clonable, serializable and random access, but in hash set implements only clonable, serializable, but it's not implementing the random access. That's why it is not best choice usable whenever our frequent operation is retrieval, because it don't implement the random access. Okay, so what is the best choice then? Whenever the frequent operation is search, as I told you, the all the element stored on the basis of hash code. That's why the retrieval or searching is based on the directly hash code. Just calculate the hash code of the element and just search in the table by using that hash code. That's why the whenever our frequent operation is search, it is very fast. So it is recommended whenever our frequent operation is search, then we should go for the hash set. Whenever our requirement like we want a unique element and insertion order is not important for us, that time we should go for the hash set. So next one is constructor. So we have seen the different type of constructor in a array list, linked list and vector. In array list we have seen three type of constructor, right? Some of the taking the existing collection as inputs. One is default constructor, one is initial capacity, right? Then in vector we have seen the four type of constructor: initial capacity and incremental factor. Like in array list, it increase the capacity whenever it's full, then it increments the capacity by its 50%, but in vector it increment the capacity by its double, 100%. Similarly in hash set also we have the four type of the constructor. So we will see one by one. The first one is hash set is equal to new hash set. Okay, this is the default constructor. So what is the initial capacity for the hash set? So initial capacity is 16 and default fill ratio is 0.75. So you may find this fill ratio, or it called as load factor also. So you may find this is the new concept, fill ratio and load factor. So what is this? So fill ratio, it is nothing but the up to how much part of this set is filled, it will automatically increase its size. Okay, means how much part it's filled. If once it is once that much part is filled, suppose consider the 16 is the initial capacity, once the 13 position is already filled, that time it will automatically increase its capacity. So that is called as a fill ratio, means up to what part, it will allow to enter the element. Once this that much part is filled with the element, it will increase its capacity automatically. That is called as fill ratio. So here the fill ratio is 0.775, that is means 75%. Okay, so what is fill ratio? After how much part or factor is filled or loaded, new hash set object is created, or we can simply call as it will increase its size, capacity. Okay, so that is fill ratio. This is default constructor. Now the next one is the constructor which takes the initial capacity. Suppose we know that we are going to add the hundreds of element into hash set, but the default capacity is the 16. Then whenever it cross the fill ratio, it will increase its capacity automatically, right? But why we should go with this constructor, right? Because we know the in advance that what is our capacity, how much element we are going to add. We know that in advance, right? We know that it's already that we are going to add the hundreds element. Then we should go with this second constructor, that is with the initial capacity. We should give it a new hash set 100, means we should create the hash set of the initial capacity hundreds, because I know already I am going to insert the only hundreds element. Okay, that time we should go for the hash set, it will increase the performance. Okay, the next one is that is the constructor which takes the two parameter, initial capacity and load factor. You may have the in thinking that why we should wait for the 75% filled. Okay, I want only when it's filled the 60% of the capacity. When suppose consider I have the 100 initial capacity, now I want when it filled the 60 elements, then it should automatically increase. Why we should wait till the 75? Or you may have the question like, why we should increase the when it filled the 75. I want to increase its capacity when it crosses the 98%. When it filled the 98% of the part, then only it should increase the its capacity. That time we should go for this third constructor, that is new has set with the initial capacity and load factor, how much part. Or you may have question, once it is filled 100%, then only we should go increase the capacity. Then you can define the load factor, that is 100, that is 1 directly. Okay, 100% means 1. Okay, now the next one is the new has set with the collection. Means if we have already one collection, then we can directly convert into hash set by using this constructor, that is new hash set, which takes the collection as a input argument. So that is all about the hash set constructor. In next video we are going to see the internal implementation of the hash set, how it is internally work actually by practical.